I think the Archibald Prize has become part of the cultural fabric of this city over the past 94 years. But the thing that keeps audiences coming back, I think, is they get something from it. The prize is a snapshot of a year, if you like. It's a year in our culture. Who are artists wanting to paint, and how do they want to paint them? We got over 850 entries in the Archibald this year, and that's a massive job then to whittle it back to get the number that we have here on the walls, which is just over 40. Nearly 50% of the people hanging on the wall are first-time finalists. It's a really good sign of health, I think, for the prize.
It gives me enormous pleasure to announce the winner of this prize and $100,000, which will go to Nigel Milsom for his portrait of Charles Waterstreet.
It's a portrait of Charlie Waterstreet, who everyone probably knows is a criminal barrister. My relationship with him sort of started to become quite serious when he represented me in the courts. And the painting's really about when you're in that particular situation, all your faith is placed into other human being, and in some ways they become almost mythical in your imagination. And yeah, it's Charlie kind of reaching out to say, I'm here to help you.
Great, thank you.
I think it's a hopeful painting, but there's also that element where it was a very dark kind of place that I was in, and I had to just trust him. Try to paint him as though he's emerging out of a darkness with his hands out, sort of trying to just welcome me in a kind of a hopeful way. Yeah, he was really putting his hand out to help. And he did say to me, oh yeah, I know that you're in a bit of trouble, but I'll do my best to kind of help you. When you get to know him, he's always on the edge of a kind of a existential kind of meltdown. Yeah, he's complex in that he kind of morphs into different roles. You know, he's a barrister during the day, then at night he morphs into some other creature, then on the weekend he's morphed into something else. Because he did morph into certain or different roles, I was interested in, you know, that story, The Metamorphosis, where the guy turns into an insect. It's a Franz Kafka novel, short story. That's where I kind of got the idea that I had to paint Charlie's hands in an unusual sort of fashion. And they're kind of large, and, you know, because he does grapple a lot of different things, and yeah, so they're kind of a metaphor for what he's grappling with all the time. The weirdness of them is yeah, it's probably about the weirdness of him. His hands ended up becoming almost just as important as his kind of fractured looking face.
Nigel Milsom's painting is a terrific picture. It's got incredible presence on the wall. It's a very interesting image of a person that the artist knows well, and I think that comes through. It has a wonderful sense of intimacy, but at the same time a very rhetorical and grand presence. It's a very complex picture, and I think it's a worthy winner.